the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Tell them it's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn up, turn up.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Bougie Show, Exotica, Chicago. My guest in front of me is a 4' 10" beauty. She's known as the Little Red Riding Hood, residing out of Chicago, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, redhead lovers and teenage boys whacking off under covers. She's the petite of all petites. Madi Collins is in the building.
Here we are, Chicago Exotica. How are you doing?
Do you approve? I'm great.
I totally approve.
Okay,
You saw me do my little happy dance. Yeah, I love all that.
Thank you for joining us. I know we didn't know how it was going to work, but shout out to XXXRPR for making it happen.
You got it all covered.
Yeah, without a doubt. Madi Collins joining us here live in Chicago at Exotica. So this is your first Exotica run?
Second Chicago Exotica. My first Expo ever was Chicago Exotica last year because it's my hometown, a little stomping ground, all that good stuff. So I figured might as well come back out again this year, but hopefully trying to hit more Exoticas this year.
When you talk the mic for me. So when because Chicago, this is my first time here.
Yeah.
And is it all the way country? We went downtown, it was really nice, but is you consider it to be country Chicago?
What do you mean by country?
Like country,
Chicago?
like it's not fast. Or is it just downtown fast? It's like, it's not LA fast, it's not New York fast, it's not...
With LA, it's like all over is fast.
Right, yeah.
That's the thing. With Chicago, it's literally just as long as you're like within train systems, it's fast and it's going. But like, nobody's going to pay you much mind, they're just going to walk right past you. Where LA, it's kind of like the street performers and this and that.
Okay.
But like Chicago, it's just too cold for that shit.
Yeah. And even around like here is,
around here it's a little slower. Yeah. I'm from like 20 minutes like northwest of here.
So it's not like this here then?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very different based on like towns and shit like that.
Got you. All right. Who'd you bring with you? You flew out by yourself?
Flew out by myself.
Damn, most of the girls saying that.
I got out here. My manager was out here. He just kind of did like a layover sort of thing. So he got me all set up and was just like, I'm out of here. So, yeah.
Did you go to the industry party last night?
I did. It was
how
fun.
was it?
It
ended quicker. When we went back out there, I had to wait on Heckle and Jekyll them to get back from eating. And how was it?
That was the thing. We went over there. We went and got some food, and we had a couple drinks, and it got very packed with a bunch of camp people and swinger people and stuff like that. So we were like, we're just gonna head out. It's a long day today, and so I'm like, tonight's my party night. Because last time I went to Chicago Exotica, I missed all day Saturday because I just went too hard at the industry party. Yeah. So this year I was just like, okay, I'll chill a little bit on Saturday and then just go so fucking hard tonight. So that's the plan.
So what parties are tonight?
I'm just kind of hearing them as they go. I'm like, invite me, I'm there. Like, let's go.
You at the embassy or we're at the DoubleTree? Which one?
The DoubleTree.
Okay.
So maybe the party's where we're at. Who knows?
Yeah. What do you hope to get out of all Exotica events that you're attending this year?
I really just like going to Exoticas and kind of like getting that like revamp of just like, oh, people actually like know who the fuck I am.
Right.
And that's a weird thing because you put in all the work, but you never see any like give back with it. Like you see the online stuff and stuff that, but being able to be in person with people,
in physical form,
and they're like, oh, I love this scene that you did. That's where I'm just like, whoa, this matters a little bit. Like people care, and so it kind of just like reinstills like a little ego boost, I'd say. Where it's just like you just keep pushing harder and harder, and you want to put out more scenes where people are just like, that one though. Yeah.
How long have you been in the industry?
I started September 2020, so I got a slow start with COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so last year I came out to the Expo and had some scenes out, but I was under different representation too, so it's just been a whole different kind of scenes coming out.
And how did you get into adult films?
I was a dancer for a while, and then COVID shut down strip clubs. I turned to OnlyFans. I did a couple of collabs, and I'm like, why is nobody getting tested collabing for OnlyFans? So I was like,
it is time to stop the fuckery.
So I was like, I gotta get out of here, and so I joined super quick in the industry. I was like, I just gotta like get this. I had chlamydia, and I was like, I gotta get that cleared up and like get the fuck away from people like this, because I'm like, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. So haven't had anything since then, and that's why I love the industry.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, of course. If I'm anything, I'm an open book.
Yeah, you have a strong personality for it. I guess the smaller you are, the more
mighty. Yeah.
Coming from a religious household, how much contemplating did it take for you to join the adult film industry?
Coming from a religious household, I kind of set the tone very early on, where I was like, I am wild child a little bit.
Okay.
During high school, I had the same sort of energy going on and stuff like that. So it was kind of like I strayed away from my slutty behavior in like a professional way or in any sort of way for a little bit, and I was like, I want to be a real person, like a real job, like all that stuff. So like I tried being a dental assistant, like a preschool teacher, all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't like kids, I don't like the dentist. Why am I doing this? So I'm like, it wasn't much of a surprise when I told my parents. They were like, yeah, we've known for like a year, and I'm like, bro, I started like a month ago, so how would you know? So yeah, it's very accepting. It was more of like making that break younger, I think, of like, this is what I'm about, that they're like, this makes sense, it's okay.
What's sugar baby stuff? I read an interview you did and you mentioned it.
So before you actually read my interviews, Cap, I'm not prepared for this. So sugar baby stuff I did before joining the industry. It was kind of like that mid, like, clubs closed, pandemic hit, nothing to do, and I kind of just tested the waters with it. And now I realize nothing bad ever happened with it, but I do realize that, like, I'm a small person.
I don't know what it is, though.
What do you mean, sugar baby?
Yeah.
It's playing. But
what is, let the audience, for those that don't, I don't know. Honestly, I tried to find out. Well, I didn't Google sugar baby, but
you probably found some good videos.
I figured you'd inform me.
Sugar
really
baby is like dating a wealthy man, basically. But like,
so like
sugar
a sugar daddy.
Yeah, but you're the baby. I'm like, come on, you're at this expo, you don't know what a sugar baby is?
I thought it was something totally different. All right.
No, cut
I got you. All right. Eden Gucci. Why didn't you use that name?
I had a couple different names that I wanted to use. I wanted to use Eden Gooch, and my manager was just like, well, then you are putting yourself in a category of you are just going to be rimming a bunch of guys. And I'm like, what's the problem with that?
Okay, all right.
But like, so there's that one, and then there's another one. I always really liked the name Jenny growing up, so I was like, Jenny Tails, like genitals. And he's like, no, we're not fucking doing that. So I was like, fine, normal name. I got like the longest, most like European name ever. So I'm like, short and sweet, like perfect. So
yeah, Maddie Collins joining us in Chicago at Exotica.
Yeah, we do.
Are you attracted to watching men whack off?
I am. My first like porn that I remember watching was like that gray sweatpants bulge sort of stuff. Like even just seeing like the bulge like jumping in the gray sweatpants, I could get off from that. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's something about like not really like a dom sort of situation, but to see someone in a vulnerable state like that, and like they're doing it to themselves, I'm like, that's kind of hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about because I'm told that they were asking me to make sure that I ask everybody I interview, circumcised or uncircumcised? I don't know why it's important to men, but I guess they want to know these things.
I had never experienced an uncircumcised penis until joining porn.
Oh wow.
But now it's like I get it. Like, why don't more people do this? It's great, and it's like it just kind of like the movement that it like goes in with. It's like it's got a little extra movement with it, which is kind of weird. But I mean, honestly, I prefer both, all shapes, sizes, all that stuff. I love dick, so I'm just like I'm cool with either way. But like with never experienced it before, I'm like on a little kick of it. I'm like, if I can't get an uncircumcised dick, that's easy day. That's not work then.
Okay. All right. Why does doggy style feel best for short women, which I didn't know?
I can't speak for all short women, but I know for me, it's like the missionary and the doggy. It's like it's just the most like in there sort of thing. Yeah, and so it's like a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm gonna break this girl, I'm gonna do this, or they feel like I want to do some extra trick shit. I want to lift you up. I want to like do this crazy stuff, and I'm like, oh, just fuck me normal. Okay. Like I just want it like hard and in me. Like that's
what if they're extremely large?
More the merrier. Yeah, I'm like, it'll still go in either way. If you Google me out, just know it'll still go balls deep.
You are on the
It's that redhead thing, I'm telling you. It comes out in weird ways.
You actually seen things on Twitter that made you wanted to masturbate?
I have seen many things on Twitter, yeah.
What are some of those things?
I mean, it just depends on the mood, really, because it's like, I could see one thing and be like, damn, now I gotta go to XVids and like get this shit out. But I don't know. It's a lot of just like the pushing the boundaries sort of stuff. Now with being in porn, it's like the amateur stuff like that is good for watching porn, but to get me like wanting to watch porn, I gotta see somebody like stick a basebal bat up their ass or something. And I'm like, yo, okay, let's watch something now.
So, have you ever had a talent break you?
Jovan Jordan, Mr. Man, the man himself. He fucks.
Okay.
He fucks hard, which I love. But I got put in a different like dimension when he was fucking me. I'm like, I don't know what's going on down there, but it feels good. And let's do this again sometime. But like, yeah, that's the only one where I'm just like, maybe you did break me because I couldn't like drive home for 15 minutes afterwards. I was like, I gotta get my shit together and get back in the real world. Yeah. But he's
Did you take some time off after that?
So the goal was I was supposed to fuck him, and then I was supposed to fuck Dredd the day after. And so I definitely took some time off after that because I was like, we just got to reschedule this. But I did the little like baths, the Epsom salt baths, did all that stuff. But like I was back playing with myself in like a day or two. Yeah.
Why do you like being able to stand up to perform oral sex on a man?
I think it's something that it's very like aesthetically like pleasing. Like you just watch it, that's like the first clip that you see. It's kind of like, whoa, that's cool. But at the same time, it's like I really enjoy fucking like very, very tall men, and they are few and important, right? Exactly. So it's when it does happen, I will do that the entire scene if they'll let me. But it's very, very rare because there's a lot of short dudes that have these long ass dicks and porn, and so I'm just like, can't do it even if your dick reaches up to my mouth while I'm bending over. But like it's those tall guys where I'm just like, we gotta, like, we're missing it if we're not doing it.
So I've interviewed Javon Jordan. He's a tall guy. Were you able to perform on him standing up?
I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
I
he
saw a
enjoyed
clip
that.
of him getting it from another girl standing up, and I was just like, can I? And it was like literally right in my face, and I was like, oh, okay. Javon's a whole other category of his own. I love him.
You really had a guy drink sweet tea out of your butthole?
How deep into my interviews did you get? Yes, that did happen, and I'm not a fan of sweet tea either.
Okay.
So I was just like, if you want to do it, I'm not going to taste it. Like,
why
sure,
sweet
whatever.
tea though?
It's just the drink that he got. I mean, it was like water, sweet tea, and like the water will turn the same color as the sweet tea. So like
Did he use a straw? What did he drink?
He did use a straw. So it was kind of like I was bent over his lap sort of situation, and took a straw and like did the little like put the finger at the end and like put it in. And it was just like, just relax, let it go in, whatever. So like, I wouldn't say there was that much, but it was definitely like he took his straw afterwards, and this was like, and
It is time to stop the
sound
fuckery.
effect in my head. I didn't imagine it sounding that good, but yeah, that's how it went. And it was just kind of one of those things where it's like a good story to tell, and that's why I like pushing the boundaries where it's like it doesn't have to feel good, but it is like a good story to tell, where it's just like little sexcapades of crazy shit while you're young, you know.
April 19th, you tweeted, Veneers didn't go as planned, but at least I'll be able to suck dick on my birthday. What led to that tweet?
So I was supposed to be getting veneers put on just because I used to work in a dental office, and so I got my teeth shaved down so that I had little fangs.
Right, gotcha.
Now the little fangs aren't that good for sucking dick, so I was like, I need to redo this a little bit.
That's real Will applaud that.
Exactly. So yeah, I was gonna get these fake teeth put on and like be here, not be able to shoot content, not be able to suck dick on my birthday, which my birthday is the 7th, and I was
gonna
suck
some dick on your birthday.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's probably better off that like I didn't get them, because like them bitches would have been falling out of my mouth. Traumatized instant man. I'm like, I gotta suck dick on my birthday. I love giving, and so like me giving is like me receiving for my birthday.
We can applaud that.
Yeah.
Bonafide freak.
Oh yeah.
Bonafide freak in the building.
April 16th, you tweeted, quote, Tinder's so dumb because I tried to lie and say I couldn't hang out because I'm already out of town for Easter, and this man said, no, you're not. You're 4 miles away. Stop the fuckery.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
But isn't that kind of weird? Like, bro, just let me lie. Like,
okay, yeah, that's true.
Just don't call me out on it. Like, let me lie. Don't be like, you're this far away from me. Like, that sort of thing. I'm like, dude, nah, I don't want to hang out with you. Like, now you know where I'm at without me even sharing my location. Like, nah.
I've interviewed female talents that have told me they've gone on Tinder just to be a predator. Like, to find a man and them not know that they're an adult performer. And just, like, you know.
I would love that. There are...
Oh, you haven't done it? Okay.
I haven't yet. I haven't gotten lucky enough. There's a few people that have messaged me, but I'm real picky with my Tinder because I kind of use it as a way to, like, make friends in LA, but also, like, just find hot dudes to fuck, like, hoping that, like, I can catch them while they're freshly tested and all that stuff. But I had a horror story, like, a couple days ago. It was some famous dude's nephew, and he was just like, Daddy wants to play. Daddy needs to pick you up right now. And like all this creep shit. And I'm just like, oh, it's like 6 in the morning. And like, I'm not doing this. And he's just like, send me your address right now so I can send you a car. And like sending voice messages all angry.
So
and I was
send
like,
you what?
A car. And I'm just like, you're never getting my fucking address. So you are creeping me out whether you're a celebrity's nephew or not. You're a weirdo. So I'm a little scorned from Tinder right now. It's more of like, who's hot in my area. Like, I just use it like that now.
Speaking of weirdo, I don't want to sound like a weirdo.
I love
no
weirdos.
disrespect or nothing. And in the eyes of a heterosexual man, it's a compliment.
Okay.
You got a P-U-S-S-Y on you.
I do.
Do you know that?
I do.
Can I ask you, did you do surgery on that? Were you born with that? How does
I was
your vagina
born-
look like that?
Yeah,
We gotta applaud. If y'all haven't seen it, go on her
go
Twitter.
look at it.
She had a picture in the car when I was preparing for her
Little
interview.
puffy picture.
Oh my
whatever.
God.
Yeah. With the ginger bush and all that.
You don't understand. We got our crew. We got a group chat.
Yeah.
And I sent that, and I said, "This is going to be joining this Exotica,"
Aw.
and all you seen was camel emojis just flying in left, right.
I
Just
love
gotta
it.
applaud
I
again.
love it. But no, that's my thing is
It's amazing.
I had never seen another pussy before joining porn either
yeah.
until one was in my face.
Yeah.
And so I always heard this like all pussies look different and this and that.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
thought maybe little bits in that. I never really knew. And so me joining porn, I was like, oh, pussies do look very different. I thought everybody had like my like blueprint sort of thing. It was all
Yeah.
basically the same, but it's a rare commodity.
It is
Yeah.
a real commodity, and I think a lot of women don't know. I think now they know,
Yeah.
but one time I think it was Megan Marks, and she said she was contemplating
She's beautiful, girl.
and she's got when I first interviewed her, it was a magazine, it was at Hustler, and she had a vagina on her too, and,
Yeah.
and but nothing like yours, oh God, but
different strokes, different folks.
but women now women are getting surgeries to get the extra meat on there. I interviewed a lady not
To
too
get
long
it
ago,
on?
to get meaty. Yeah, on the lip
I've
part.
seen a couple people get the lips removed and like cut it down a little bit, that sort of thing, and like puff up the outer lips, but like the the like little like I don't know how I don't know anatomy, but
it turns a man on. It makes a man want to like
yeah.
thrust you more when they have because the vagina turns us on. Like
Yeah,
how it looks.
I'll drink to
I
that.
dropped
Yeah.
bombs and applauded. Trust me, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was amazing. When you performed with Brickzilla, did you see his penis in your stomach during penetration?
So I did, and that's like a common thing, even with like
It is time to stop the fuckery.
even with small dicks. If you fuck me in the right position,
Oh.
it's you see it
Because you're so small.
hitting out like right at like under my belly button. But with him, it was every stroke. It was just like this like.
How much
my
did he
belly
stick
growing.
in you?
He went balls deep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which
And-
like that's like a achievement for me. I'm
Yeah.
just like, nah, I didn't just fuck him. He went balls deep in my pussy, and they're like, how the fuck? And I'm just like, just not. I got it like that.
How often do you get compliments about your vagina?
I mean, with being on like sex or Twitter and stuff like that,
Okay.
it's always like you're flooded a little bit, but to actually hear it in person,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I'm just like, yes, I love
Yeah,
that.
you were blessed.
Thank you.
Have you had nightmares about a penis
Nightmares
that
about
you're
it,
gonna
yes.
face? Like Brickzilla, oh my God.
So before I had met Dredd,
Okay.
I thought he was like super tall because I know he's got this huge
Right.
fucking cock on
Right,
him. So
right.
I was really intimidated by him, and I was supposed to fuck him after I fucked Jovan.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I think he's actually going to destroy me if I do that. So
Right.
I'm not going to do that. I met him at talent testing, and the sweetest
Yeah,
guy
all the women
ever.
say that.
He's
All the
so
women say that.
sweet.
They love to
and
work
so
with
he's
him.
like,
Yeah.
we can work around however, we can do all this. Like, just the greatest guy, and he knows that he has a very large dick.
Right,
so he
right.
like is like very
Cautious of that?
cautious of that.
As
Yeah.
he's sticking it in you?
Exactly. So like I haven't worked with him yet. There was a period of time where I was just like, I don't know if I can. But now just knowing that he's like the sweetest guy ever, I'm
makes
just like,
life easier.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
Okay. At the end of the day, what ultimately you want your adult career to be what do you want it to be when it's said and done? When you look back at it?
I have been doing things kind of slow just for longevity in a sense, and so I would love to in 10 years be able to look back and see like the progression of like in my normal life I'm way more slutty than I let off in porn, which
Right.
is like
Okay.
hard to admit or like
It's
hard to
hard to
believe
do.
because it's just like yeah, but there's
That's
just
hard to
certain
do.
things where I'm just like I want to be a gangbang girl, I want to be doing this and that, but like doing it right. And so I'm like, if I can build the connections and like do it for the good companies, do it for this and that, I mean, I look at Adriana Chechik and I'm just like, that's where I want to be at. Like, I want to be doing the double anal penetration. I want to be doing all that crazy shit because, like, that shit would go crazy.
You've done anal now?
I haven't done anal.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, that's one thing where I'm just like, if I can hold off and, like, do little by little, then it's like, I can take 2 guys and 3 guys and then this and that and then finally build up to that where it's just like, gangbang, anal, boom, like 3 penises inside of me at once. Like, that's what I want. So I'm like,
It is
slowly
time to
working
stop the
towards working towards all of the like actual crazy stuff, and now I'm like just doing the like fetish 18-year-old like that sort of stuff and growing up in the industry in a sense. So it'll be cool to see in 10 years kind of like it'll look like I'm fresh 18, but in reality I'm like early 20s, so like it'll look like I just really grew up in the industry, and that's what I want to see.
All right. We're gonna start moment of truth. That's where I state things, and if it's true, you say true. Go ahead. If it's false,
My burrito's here, and somebody said that they could go get it for him.
tell him to go get it. I just want to.
Yeah, I don't know who to go get that, but I've been waiting
Caesar, can
like an
somebody
hour
go
and a
get her
half.
burrito?
You want to take that? Thank you.
All right,
I'll be here.
obviously
Sorry
they
about
know it's
that.
live. So Maddie been waiting on her burrito from before we started the interview.
I'm a Chicago girl, and I had to order from one specific location. It's been an hour and a half of them driving it here,
Oh,
so I'm
wow.
like, I just need it here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
sorry
you.
about that.
That was worth breaking up an interview.
Momentary. Yeah,
All right,
they
moment of
kept
truth. That
calling
was
me.
a-
I'm like,
that
you
was a
guys are
moment of
like looking to
truth.
leave. Thank you.
That was a moment of truth.
Yes, I like
Okay.
burritos.
All right. You got a thing for moment of truth. I'm gonna state things. If it's true, you say true. If it's false,
Just
you
quick
can
answer.
announce false and tell us why it's false.
Okay.
And if it's something you choose not to answer, you can say pass.
Okay.
All right. You got a thing for older men.
True.
Okay. You've ran from a penis before.
True.
Javon,
Yeah.
were you running during that?
A little bit,
Which
yeah.
position?
I was in a whole other world when this was happening. I just remember that there was a couple times where it's definitely happened, and as much as I would love to just take the dick, it's just kind of like you gotta. There's times, yeah.
You felt an erection while giving a fan a hug.
True. Today, yeah. There's a lot of hard-ons around here.
Okay, so when you were giving him a hug, were you just hugging him and you felt it?
Just hugging him. I think he came to my booth with it already.
Wow.
And is just walking around, showing off a little bit, which
So what do
I
you
can
do
appreciate. I
When
mean,
you see it, you felt it or you saw it?
I saw it, you know, you take a picture and
then
it's
you
just
feel
kind of
it?
poking you and it's just kind of like it's there. Like, I'm not going to like hype you up or anything like that and be like, whatever. Because then I'm like, I actually want to see it if I'm going to hype you up. And it's like, that's not going to happen because then that gets like real dirty. Yeah.
Okay. You prepare for male talents differently.
Then girls
I mean,
or
it's
like
undersized.
different male talent?
Yeah, like
okay.
based on how they perform.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how they perform will make you prepare for them differently.
It's also if I've worked with them before,
Okay.
not if it's someone that I've never worked with, I'm really on top of stuff. But some people, I'll work with them a couple times and they'll be like, hey, like, don't wear deodorant, you smell good, like sweating and stuff. So it's like I just know different ways to. Yeah, but either way, I don't try to like stretch out or anything before going to something. I'm just like raw grip, like let's get the whole like reaction. So there's not really any like prepping that I do based on size. It's just based on the person and their preferences.
You prefer cream pies over money shots.
100%
Okay.
true. Yeah,
We
fill me the
applaud that.
fuck up. Yeah.
You like when they skeet in you?
I love feeling the like the pulse of when it's happening.
Oh,
That's
so you
where I'm
guys
just
can't
like
fit- you
stop
can't feel that.
everything. And
Okay.
yeah, you can feel that. And plus, if you're like tightening, like loosening your
yeah.
pussy and shit to like make them come, and you just tighten down, and you feel the like.
You can tighten your shit just like that?
Oh yeah.
Damn. Amazing.
I mean, it's so tight already with the just like fucking big guys that it's just like I can't move that much, but like I do my best.
You well, I already confirmed that you haven't performed anal yet.
Not yet. Soon, hopefully.
Well, you know what I want to ask you with your no checklist. What has any talents made? You don't have to say their name. Has any talents found their way on your no checklist? Where you won't work with them? If yes, what did they do?
The only like real reason that I have someone on a solid no list is I know a lot of people from outside of the industry, and so I'm like, I just don't want to hang out with you all day. I already hung out with you. I know what you're all about. I'm good. So I try to go into things with a really open mind. I'm like, I can get along with anybody, but like if I knew you outside of the industry, I'm like, there's no need for us to do this.
Got
It's
it.
okay. So that's usually what I keep it to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Pussy ain't nothing but meat on the bone.
Yeah.
Suck it, fuck it, or leave it alone. Is that true?
Suck it and fuck it. I wouldn't leave it alone, but that's just me.
I heard it in the 2 Live Crew record, so
No,
I've
I
been
like
asking
that.
everybody that.
I was like, where are we going with this? Yeah, I like that.
Maddie Collins joining us on the Bougie Show. We are live in Chicago.
Yes,
The floor is yours. You have anything to say? Because I know you've been anticipating that burrito.
I know, that's one check mine now. I appreciate you guys helping
Well,
me
we
out
made
with
it
that.
happen. I mean, you
Yeah.
know. But do you have anything to say to your audience? Anything for them to look for? Let them know your social media, etc.
Social media, my Twitter, which has a lot of dirty stuff on it, is
Okay.
Madi Collins XO. And my paid site is also MadiCollinsXO.com. Instagram is Booty Got Me Banned. I'm working on getting the booty back
got
up. It is not at the level of getting me banned again, which is good in some senses, but
They deleted us earlier
gotta
this
get
year,
back
too.
up.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah. So, yeah.
before we go, did you give your vagina a name?
You know, I haven't.
When
But
it
that's
looks
a good
like
idea.
that, you need to name it.
What would you name my vagina?
Ooh.
You feel free to
You can
call a friend.
you can call it little Red Riding Hood because you got the red hair above it.
Yeah. No, it's like a
You
little,
wanna see how
like
about we
a
go
little
urban?
carrot top.
How about Little Red?
Little carrot top?
You're welcome. Oh, look
Yeah.
at when you say if you're talking to an urban guy, you just say, "Hey, you want to see Little Red?"
Yeah.
What's Little Red? Your hair? no,
Nah,
buddy.
Lil Red. More red.
Lil Red.
What's up?
You need to find a name for it though.
I will. By the end of this,
you need to get you a sex sculpture of the vagina. So.
look at this guy.
All right, we're done. We wrapped it up. You can give her a phone, C's.
Oh, thank you.
Maddie Collins joining us on the Bougie Show. Thank you for joining us. We made it
Yeah,
happen.
thank you so much for having me.
Great interview. Let's go take some pictures now.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
It's the Bougie Show with
That was
Zeta
awesome.
DJ.
Glad you enjoyed
That was
yourself.
awesome.
Thank you.
I just.